Hi everyone, and welcome to another thing about video games with me, Rob, here on the Geek Show podcast network. And today we're talking about Unruly Heroes, which is an action platform game from Magic Design Studios. It's based on the 16th century Chinese novel Journey to the West, which hopefully only a few of you out there shouldn't be aware of. But if you are one of those people who doesn't know what Journey to the West is, it's extremely famous. In the 1970s, they did a very, very funny and very action-oriented TV adaptation, which went down really well in the West. I grew up with it. It was called Monkey. You should know the one, born from an egg on a mountain top. You'll know it. Anyway, this is an action platform game. It's very colourful and it has a lot of style. Obviously, it's fantasy, you can tell from the introduction video. And it's got a very, very Chinese aesthetic to it. The game is actually quite easy to play and quite easy to get into. And if you are... Journey to the West is one of those stories that's inspired a hell of a lot of stuff, and even now inspires a lot of Chinese cinema and a lot of Chinese stories. Sun Wukong is probably one of the most inspirational characters, or one of the most referenced characters, I should say, in fiction. The character of Sun Wukong is the basis for Goku, for example, from Dragon Ball. In this game, you can take on the role of Wukong, the Monkey King, or Sanzang, the Sleepy Monk, who, if I remember in the TV series, would have been Tripitaka, Qihong, the Greedy Pig, and San Monk, the Sensitive Brute. This game is like Journey to the West a little bit, but it's also your kind of standard fantasy setup. You have to save the world or the kingdom from the evil forces who are doing various bad things. And as you can see, it is your standard action platform format. You basically go through breaking stuff, jumping up and down. The nice thing about this, though, is that you're kind of powerful to start off with as it is, which you kind of expect being the Monkey King. It's not a game where it's just going to throw you in and you have to start off from level 1. You have certain abilities and certain things that you can do right from the beginning. And you can switch between characters on the fly, which is a nice little thing to do because each of the characters have different abilities and they actually do different things in certain situations. So anyway, as you're moving along, you'll basically just keep breaking stuff as I'm doing here, but you'll eventually meet the narrator, or also your helper, who in this case is the goddess Guanyin Pusa. And she seems a bit scatterbrained at times, but she seems fairly okay.
Heroes beware! Though your fates are written, the road ahead is perilous. To keep the world from endless night, you'll test your limits against fearsome foes. No pressure, though. You've got this. Now where was I? Danger, fearsome foes, eternal darkness... Right! Introductions. I am Guanyin Pusa, goddess of mercy. I'll be watching over you and sending good vibes when the going gets tough. But enough about me. Let the journey...
So anyway, after Guanyin tells you what you need to do, you go off on your grand adventure of trying to save the kingdom, and... hopefully you'll play it much better than I'm playing it right now, where I'm actually trying to push walls. I'm not sure why I'm doing that. But anyway. As you can see, there are various things. You can buy new skins as you get these coins throughout the levels. You can double jump, you can attack while you're jumping. Two of the characters can actually hover. They can actually float across gaps, and those two characters are the monk and the pig. Goku and the sand brute, they can actually double jump. So you have a combination of things there that you can immediately do to get to different places in the level. And obviously here we have some enemies that you can fight, and you'll see as you're fighting the enemies, you'll see a small pot in the bottom right hand corner that's slowly filling up. You'll get more information on that. That's basically used for save points and things like that. eventually you'll meet stronger enemies as you're playing through the game. There's a very cartoony element to the aesthetic of this game, and I kind of like that. The game itself is very simple to play, and that's actually kind of nice because at the end of the day, these sorts of games, they don't really need complicated controls or anything like that. They just need you to dive in and have fun, and this game, I will be honest, is a hell of a lot of fun. It's got some witty banter and some light comedy from Guan Yin. The bad guys are appropriately evil. In fact, kind of deliciously so, as you'll find out from the game itself. There are other characters that you'll meet as you move through the journey. One of the interesting things about this game is that it's got a nice mechanic for reviving one of your characters. You'll see like a glowing sphere, and when that sphere gets the character's face in it, if you hit it, the character will revive, which is a nice little thing that they've included in this. It's technically it's immortality, but it's not quite, because you can actually die properly and fully. You can wipe out your entire party.
Stop right there. See that lantern? Watch out for those along the way. They're, how do I put this? Really important. To light new lanterns, all you gotta do is harness the energy from vanquished foes. But if things don't exactly work out, your body and I guess you could say they're like the light of your life.
I'll be honest, this game is a lot of fun, okay? It's very easy to play. It doesn't require a lot of skill to play, but that's part of the charm of it. You have some witty banter with Guan Yin Pusa, and that's delivered really well. It offers some light comedy. The game doesn't take itself far too seriously. The enemies are very, very straightforward in a lot of ways. Some of them can be a little bit tricky, but I wouldn't say the difficulty level was too high. And with regards to the learning curve, it's actually pretty straightforward. You will learn this game very, very quickly, pick it up very easily, and you might end up playing it for hours without realizing it. The bad guys are deliciously evil in a way. They have this kind of Dr. Evil nature about them. And I quite like the fact that they have this Dr. Evil nature about them. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. You'll get introduced to one of the bad guys here. Let us know what you think about the game in the comments below. I enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it? And are there any other games like this that you'd recommend? I'll be looking forward to hearing from you. Until then, I've been Rob. This has been Unruly Heroes, and I'll see you all next time.
So come, friends, follow me. not often I have such capable company. Come and find me. Remarkable. Most capable indeed. But I can't let you pass. A lady needs her privacy, But don't worry. We'll play again.